Have you ever pondered the true cost of that disposable coffee cup in your hand? It's a question that strikes at the heart of the global challenge we face today: plastic pollution. On this day, Earth Day 2024, we stand at a precipice looking down at the alarming figures and facts that underscore our dire predicament. Earth Day, an event launched back in 1970 by bipartisan American politicians, Senator Gaylord Nelson and Representative Pete McCloskey, was initially designed to address environmental concerns such as pollution, wildlife extinction, and health impacts. Today, however, we find ourselves grappling with even more severe environmental threats, including climate change, species extinction, and the veritable leviathan of plastic pollution. This year's Earth Day has thrown a spotlight on this pressing issue, highlighting an ambitious goal: reducing global plastic production by a staggering 60% by 2040. A tall order indeed, but one that is crucial if we are to mitigate the environmental crisis we find ourselves in. The numbers are sobering. Every year, millions of tons of plastic waste end up in our oceans, wreaking havoc on marine life, polluting our waters, and even entering our food chain. Single-use plastics in particular are a major contributor to this crisis, clogging up our landfills and polluting our environment. The solution lies not just in reducing our use of plastics, but also in adopting eco-friendly alternatives. We need to rethink our reliance on plastics, shift our consumption habits, and embrace sustainable practices. And we need to do it now. As we reflect on Earth Day 2024, let's remember the urgency of the task at hand. Plastic pollution is not a problem for future generations to tackle. It's a crisis we need to address today. The time for action is now. In conclusion, Earth Day 2024 has underscored the urgent need to tackle plastic pollution. It's a global problem, and it requires a global solution. Reducing plastic production, embracing eco-friendly alternatives, and changing our consumption habits are key to addressing this crisis. The stakes are high, and the time for action is now. These are the critical points to take away from our discussion today. Plastic pollution is a crisis that we cannot afford to ignore. Let's remember the urgency of the task at hand and let's take action. For the sake of our planet and for future generations, we need to address this crisis today. The time for talk is over. The time for action is now.